Hey guys, welcome back to the Simply Fit podcast. We took a week off, well, actually, a Sunday off for Christmas. I hope you all enjoyed your holidays. We're now in that week in between Christmas and New Year where a lot of people have the time off, and you're starting to think about 2017 and how you want that to look. I'm seeing so many posts on Facebook. Oh, I can't wait for 2017. I'm sick of 2016. Well, what about 2016 did you not like? And what do you want 2017? How do you want it to be different? And if you want 2017 to be different, you have to change something. It's not just going to magically be different because it's a new year. You have to figure out what you're going to do to make it different. And that's what we're going to talk about today. What are the secrets to success? How do you make a goal, stick to it, and make it a reality? So next year, when you're looking at 2018, you're not sitting there thinking, oh, I'm so sick of 2017. I'm glad it's over. I can't wait for the new year, just to repeat it over and over again. We don't want to do that. We want to stop that now, figure out how to stick to our goals and make our lives what we want them to be. So I had just a little backstory on me. I've been doing this kind of healthy lifestyle for a year and a half now. Before I started this, I always looked at healthy people like, yeah, I could never be one of those people. I don't like working out. I don't know how to work out. When I go to the gym, I just kind of do the elliptical until I burn about 300 calories, which equals a Snickers bar, because then on the way home, I can eat a Snickers without feeling guilty. That works, right? As far as eating healthy goes, I would see people eating healthy or choosing salads when they go out to eat, and I would think, ugh, boring. I'm glad that I ordered my sandwich with French fries and maybe a salad on the side. That would be the only way I get a salad. And I would just think, oh, their lives are so boring. They don't get to eat anything good. My life is all about food. I love to eat. So diets, no, absolutely not. I'd never do a diet because food's important to me. I look forward to it. So I just kind of had this mentality that I will do the bare minimum to stay the size I am, or maybe a little bit more, so that I can fit into the clothes I have, so I don't have to buy new ones. I'm too cheap to go out and buy a new wardrobe. So if I got to the point where my clothes were getting too tight, then I'd kind of back it down, maybe find a few videos on YouTube, do them a few times, and call that good. Take the dogs to the park. That's good enough, right? Cardio, I'm sure that's doing something. And that was the extent of it. That was the extent of my health and fitness. I would look at people that were in shape and think, ugh, I could never do that. That's just not for me. I'm not that type of person. And that was my excuse. That's really what that is. It's kind of an excuse, but it's also just a mentality. You don't have the confidence. I didn't anyway. I didn't have the confidence. I didn't think I was capable of doing those things. And to be honest, I didn't really want to. When summer would roll around or when I would be at some kind of event that required a bathing suit, then yeah, I would think, oh man, I wish I would have chose that salad, or man, I wish I was disciplined enough to work out so that I wouldn't be so self-conscious right now. But that was about it. I didn't really think about anything beyond maybe losing weight and looking good, but even that, it really wasn't strong enough. So when I started my health and fitness journey, I was a stay-at-home mom. I still am. And I had my son. He was about 6 months at the time. And I was looking for a way to make some money from home so that I wouldn't have to go back to subbing. And I was looking at kind of the opportunities. I don't really care about makeup. That was something I could do. If I want books, I go to the library. I don't buy books. I don't care about skincare. Like, I barely wear makeup, so I'm not going to buy some kind of skincare line. And so I had seen my coach. She'd been posting pretty consistently about her life. She wasn't just posting about losing weight or the workout she did. She was posting about her life, how she had lots of energy, her confidence, how she felt better, the foods that she was eating. And it wasn't what I considered to be diet food. It looked like good food. And then just the opportunities that coaching had brought for her. So traveling, time with her husband, and it looked appealing. So I thought, well, I should try that. I don't really want to work out. I definitely don't want to do a shake. So I had to think about it for a year. I thought about it for a whole year before I even approached her. Finally approached her, and she told me the way to go. Challenge pack. I should do the 21-day fix with a month of Shakeology, try a challenge group, and see how I like it. No, I'm not doing a shake. So then it took me another month to even consider doing Shakeology, because I like to eat my food. I'm not going to drink my food. I'm not going to be one of those people that has a protein shake. That's weird. Little did I know, Shakeology is not a protein shake. It's a nutrient-dense meal replacement shake, but that's a whole nother topic. So finally I decided I'm going to take the plunge. I'm going to try this out, and it was all a scientific experiment. I had to stick with it because I was testing it to see if I even liked it to begin with. So that meant no cheating. That meant I had to follow the program and do what it told me to do. If I cheated, then my experiment would be ruined, because then I would no longer know if the program worked, because I would have ruined it. So for that challenge group, it was in May. It was a Memorial Day challenge. For that whole 4 weeks, not just 21 days, I did the whole 4 weeks. I did every workout. I followed the meal plan to a T. I measured out my food with the color-coded containers. I stuck to the nutrition guide. I drank the water I was supposed to drink. I drank my Shakeology every day. I didn't like it for the first week. It took me a week to figure out how I liked it. Now I love it. It's like a milkshake. I do pretty much chocolate peanut butter every single day. I look forward to it. It helps me with cravings. But I stuck to it. I did it every day for a month. After the first week, I noticed, wow, I have more energy. Even though my son wasn't sleeping any longer than he normally does, I had more energy. I felt better. I noticed, so in the first week, a lot of the time during the workout, I just look at the TV and laugh. Like when Autumn, she's the trainer for the 21-day fix, when she started doing burpees, I'm just like, ha, yeah, right, I can't do those. I just laughed at the TV, walked around the living room breathless from whatever the last workout was, because yeah, right, I can't do burpees. So then the next week, I noticed I was getting stronger just after 1 week, because the way the 21-day fix goes is you do a different workout every day for 7 days, then you repeat that week for 3 weeks. So in the second week, it's pretty cool because you kind of remember all those terrible workouts that were so hard. They're starting to get easier. And I love the way that a lot of people in fitness put it. It's not that it's getting easier, it's that you're getting stronger, which is true. You're doing the same exact thing. It's not that what you're doing is easier, it's you're getting stronger, you're getting better. And that was really encouraging because I never thought I'd be one of those people that would have to up my weights. I never thought I'd be one of those people that had endurance. I never thought I would ever make it through one burpee, let alone a full set. And by the second week, I was able to do the first set. By the third week, I was able to do both sets. That's pretty exciting. I noticed my clothes were fitting better. I was able to fit into clothes that I hadn't worn since high school. I had this box of jeans that I'd been carting around for 15 years that I just wasn't willing to let go of because maybe, right? Well, I could finally fit into them, and that was really encouraging. I didn't step on a scale the entire time that I did that month-long challenge because, again, I wasn't doing it because I wanted to lose weight or I wanted to look good. I was simply testing a product. And I found that having that mindset, not necessarily testing a product, but not being focused on losing weight, that helped me. Because at the end of the program, when I did step on the scale, I had only lost 5 pounds. But I had lost 10 inches, and 5 of those inches were from my waist alone. I'd finally gotten rid of my kangaroo pouch. So by not focusing on the scale, I was able to notice all of those other non-scale victories. My energy was a huge one. Those of you who have kids, you know you need a lot of energy to chase those little midgets around. The fact that I just was feeling better. I wasn't tired all the time. My clothes were fitting better. So when I was sitting on the floor playing with my son, I wasn't constantly tugging at my shirt or pulling up my pants. And the fact that I could go into my closet and just pick whatever I wanted to wear out instead of picking out what I wanted to wear based on what I could fit in, That was amazing. I loved those changes. And so after the first week, and definitely after the first challenge, I was hooked because I had proved to myself I can be one of those people that works out, that eats right, that drinks this right amount of water, that not only works out but enjoys working out. Never ever would I have thought that I would be one of those people that likes working out, who looks forward to it. I would actually get anxiety. I get anxiety still if I think I'm not going to get my workout in for the day because I look forward to it. It makes me feel better. It makes me a better mom. It makes me a better wife. It makes me a better friend. It just helps clear my mind. It puts me in a better mood. It really does help you. And if you're depressed, if you're sad, if you're sluggish, exercise helps with all of that. So that challenge group changed my life. The biggest thing it changed, yeah, I lost a few pounds and I lost inches, and that was amazing. But what it did for me more was it changed the way that I thought about myself. It changed my mindset. And that is the biggest hurdle that you have to overcome when you're making any kind of life change. You have to believe that you can do it. And you can. If you believe that you can't, then you're right. If you believe that you can, then you're right. And I used to hear all those little quotes and phrases and roll my eyes, whatever. Those phrases and quotes are for successful people. They're not for regular people like me. No, they are. You just have to believe that you're one of those people. So changing your mindset, that's a big hurdle. So my secrets to success, that's a little bit of my backstory. Now I'm a year and a half in and I'm still sticking to this. That's phenomenal. Before this, I would randomly go to the gym. I would occasionally decide I was going to be a runner and run for maybe 2 days at the gym. I would if I was able to go for free with a friend, or if I was able to go when I was in college, I could go to the college gym. I would just occasionally go and then I'd get sick of it. I have stuck with this for a year and a half, and that in itself is pretty amazing because I've never been one of those people that likes to work out. So, I wanted to share with you why. How am I still sticking to this? What are my secrets to success? So, my number one secret, which it really isn't a secret, we've talked about it before, is finding your why. What do I mean by that? You need to develop a strong reason why you want to do this. And it can't be because I want to lose weight. It can't be because I want to look good. If those were strong enough reasons, then every person would do it. And that losing weight and looking good, that wouldn't be the number one New Year's resolution because people would just be doing it. It's not strong enough. At the end of the day, people don't care enough about that to do it. You have to dig deeper. So I run these monthly health and fitness accountability groups, and that's the very first thing that we do. Before the group even starts, we do a preseason where we learn about healthy eating, meal planning, how to take before and after pictures, the right amount of water to drink. We learn all that stuff, but what we start with, what's more important than any of that, is developing your strong why. And that's digging deeper. Why do you really want this? So if you want help with that, message me and I can get you some information on my new one starting in January. But so developing your strong why. Next is don't expect perfection. Go easy on yourself. What we're after is not a diet. It's not a 30-day program or a 21-day program. Yes, it's called, the one I did was the 21-day fix, but it's not this program that you follow and then you're done. It's more like, I look at it as training wheels. It's teaching you how to make exercise a part of your daily life. It's teaching you how to eat right. They give you those color-coded portion containers in the nutrition guide, but basically it's just the food pyramid simplified. So it's not calorie counting. You put your food in and dump it out on a plate just to see what does an appropriate portion size look like for me. How many fruits and vegetables should I be eating a day versus protein and carbs and fat? It's just training you how to eat. And you're not supposed to use the containers for the rest of your life. It's training wheels. They're just showing you How should I be eating? What should my portion sizes look like? What's the ratio of foods I should be eating? So the biggest thing that helped me was learning, oh, I'm eating way too many carbs. Carbs aren't bad and evil. It's just what kind of carbs are you eating and how much. Before I started this, I would eat pancakes for breakfast, a sandwich for lunch, and spaghetti for dinner. What's wrong with that? I'm eating all bread all day long. It helped me retrain myself. So, wow, I'm not eating nearly enough veggies. I need to scale back the carbs and up the protein a little bit. And it retrained my thinking on how to do that. So instead of looking at each meal, is my meal healthy? I need to look at the whole day. And then when it comes to cheats, I need to look at the whole week. So yes, it's a new day, but did I eat a Snickers yesterday? I can't eat a Snickers again today. It's all about balance. And that's kind of what I'm going into next, the 80-20 rule. So because what we're learning how to do is a lifestyle, your lifestyle is not going to be this rigorous, you're never eating chocolate cake or drinking wine ever again in your life. You're going to work out every single day for an hour, never take any days off for the rest of your life. When you put those kinds of rules and that kind of structure onto a program, that's what it becomes. It becomes a diet, it becomes a program, it becomes something that's not sustainable. Yes, you can do those things for a period of time, but eventually you're going to give in. And if you have this mindset, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this, and then you slip up, I don't know, a lot of people I think are kind of like me in that you feel like, well, I slipped up, I failed, it's done. I might as well just give up. And a lot of people do that. That's why the gyms fill up in January and then they're empty in February. They are strict on themselves. I just gorged myself for a whole month straight because there was Thanksgiving, then Christmas, and I just ate whatever I wanted. I didn't exercise. So in January, I'm just going to pedal the metal, not eat anything bad for me, and exercise every day, and they burn themselves out. You want to follow the 80-20 rule, which is 80% of the time you're good and you're focused and you're on track, and then 20% of the time all bets are off. So but you also plan what that's going to be. So for example, if I know I have a wedding, then I'm going to be really good all week because I know I'm absolutely going to be eating a piece of that wedding cake. If I know that I have a really busy day coming up where I'm not going to have a chance to get my workout in because those happen, I plan accordingly. I either maybe double up my workouts the day before or the day after, or I move my workouts around so that my rest day is on the day I know I'm probably not going to have time. What you want to do is, instead of thinking, oh, I need to join the gym, I need to buy this program, I need to take this shake, I need to do this rap, you need to instead think, how can I change my mindset? What kind of tools and help do I need to make my goal something sustainable that I can continue over time? And if you think a challenge group would help you, that's those health and fitness accountability groups that we do. We teach you how to do that. How do you fit health and fitness? How do you make it a priority? And how do you fit it into your daily life and make it a routine and make it a priority? Because really that's what it has to become. Just like anything else, you have to practice fitting in your workouts. You have to play around. When does your workout happen? When are you most successful in fitting it in? For me, it was at 5:30 in the morning before anyone woke up. And I've tried hard to get back to that, and it's just not happening. I have a 7-month-old who that's about the time he wakes up. And so I've had to shift my thinking. It's just not going to be 5:30 for probably a few months. I'm going to have to readjust. So I've moved it to his first nap time, and that's okay. That's what works. But you have to do what's going to make you successful. Meal planning and prep, that seems really daunting to a lot of people, but just like anything else, it takes time and practice. And the more you do it, the better you'll get and the less time it'll take. And I have a lot of tools where I can help you learn how to do that too, if you are interested. And that kind of brings me to my next secret to success. So I talked about why, don't expect perfection, the 80-20 rule, support groups. So I got that challenge pack, and a big reason why I stuck to it is because I invested hard-earned money. My husband was working hard for that, and I'm a stay-at-home mom, so, I feel like our money is the same, but that was hard-earned money, and I was not going to waste it. I didn't like Shakeology the first time I tried it. I didn't like it the second time or the third time. It took me a few days, probably that first week, to find how I liked it best. But you know what? I was going to drink every last bit of that Shakeology because we paid for that. We invested in that. We could have returned it for the bottom of the bag guarantee where you get all your money back, but let's be honest, I'm too lazy to actually return something. So I was gonna like it. I was gonna figure out how I was gonna choke that down. Well, I figured out how I liked it, and now I love it. I look forward to it every day. I invested in that program, so I was absolutely gonna get up and do that workout every single day. And what happened is because I had that mentality, I invested in something, I was gonna do it, I did it. And that carried me, that got me started. That's what got me started was I put money into this, I'm gonna do it. I had put money into things before I didn't follow through. What kept me going? The challenge group, the support group. That's what helped keep me accountable. So these challenge groups, how it works is the coach posts a daily post about fitness or nutrition or accountability or something that's motivational. But what really got me was at the end of every day, we had to log in and rate our days on a 1 to 5 scale. How did you do with eating? How did you do with getting your water in? How was your workout and what workout did you do? And did you drink your Shakeology? And so like a good student, I wanted to make sure that I was getting all 5s for that every day. I didn't want to have to check into the group and say, oh, I had 2 handfuls of chocolate chips today, so my food, I guess, is a 3. No, I wanted a 5 every day in all categories. And as I was doing that, it at first started to be for me that I was just logging in and I was able to say I got a 5. Well, as the group went on, other challengers started commenting on my stuff, saying, oh, great job. Oh, I like my Shakeology that way too. Oh, I did the upper fix today also. It hurts to wash my hair. And that was exciting because wow, people besides just the coach were reading this. That was exciting. And so I started writing on other people's stuff. I started coming out of my shell. I was getting excited. And the more I commented on other people's stuff and the more people commented on mine, the more dedicated I became to what I was, or the more dedicated I got to what I was doing. So that support group was crucial for me. It still is crucial. After I was done with that challenge group, I was hooked. So I signed up to be a coach. And now, a year and a half later, coaching is what's carried me through because now I have my own group of challengers who I am motivating. I'm telling them, you can do it. You should try eating this. You should stop eating that. You need to get up and push play. You have time. Why can't you fit it in here or there? Well, if I'm telling all of these people, you can do it, why aren't you doing this? Then I have to be doing it too. It really is the ultimate form of accountability. So finding support and helping you reach your goals, that's crucial. Next thing, next secret is find something that you like. So I'm not a big cardio person. I've always hated running. I want to be someone who likes running. In fact, that's something I plan on tackling. I'm going to try the Couch to 5K eventually. But I started with a 21-day fix that enough cardio and strength training and Pilates and that enough different stuff outside of cardio that I could stick to it. And it was only 3 weeks, so I could do that. I did PiYo after that, loved it. I loved the Pilates and the yoga. I always thought that Pilates and yoga was dumb. It's not dumb, I just wasn't doing it right. Then after that, I did Insanity. Now, Insanity is, I don't know if you've heard of it. Shaun T is evil. He's the creator of it, and he's so hard. He, it's insane. That's really all that you can use to describe that program. It's insane. It's straight up cardio for 30 minutes of just full cardio with hardly any breaks. I invested in that program. I paid full price. No, I didn't. I got the discount because I was a coach. But I paid for that program. It was not on sale. I bought the whole program. I was going to do it. I didn't even last a week. I hated it. I hated it. I got up dreading my workouts. And by that point, I had completed like 3 months of programs. I was to the point where I enjoyed my workouts. I was getting anxiety if I wasn't going to get them in. I hated my life doing Insanity. So I did something that I'm not very proud of, but I quit. I quit and I switched to a different program. And you know what? That's okay. If you aren't doing something that you at least kind of enjoy, at the very beginning, working out's going to be hard. It's not going to be very fun, but you have to at least kind of enjoy it. Then you're not going to stick to it. And you know what? A year later, after I had my son, after I did a round of the 21-day fix, I pulled that Insanity Max 30 back out, and I decided I am going to do this. I'm tired of the way I feel because I wasn't really sticking to the 21-day fix. I really didn't care. The only reason I was still in it was because of my challengers and because I was a coach. Otherwise, I just did not care at all about working out or getting in shape. But I finally decided something's got to change. I'm sick of how I feel. I'm sick of how I look. I'm sick of not fitting into my clothes right. I've got to change something. So I pulled out Insanity and I completed the program. I am so proud of myself still to this day for completing that program. It's still the hardest program that I've ever done. So there's my other secret to success. Find something you like doing. Last but not least, I already kind of touched on this, no dieting. If you're wanting to create a lifestyle change, you can't do a diet. You might do something like cutting out sugar just to try to wean your body off of needing that stuff. In fact, if you eat a lot of fast food, you drink pop, stuff like that, I don't consider that dieting. I consider that you just need to cut that stuff out because it's so bad. It's not to sound dramatic, but it is. It's poison to your body. I don't consider that dieting though. I'm talking about like the no carb diet where you eat nothing or you eat no carbs at all. Carbs aren't bad for you. It's just what kind of carbs are you eating and how much. Or the only Atkins diet, like eat only meat, and I don't even know what that diet is, but all these diets that are out there that restrict you from eating things. It's not about taking things away and making you feel restricted. It's about learning how to eat, what portions to eat, and how much of each food group to eat. That's why I loved the 21-day fix nutrition plan, because it pretty much just lays out the food pyramid for you and teaches you how to eat that way. So if you go into it thinking, I'm going to do this diet or I'm never going to have chocolate again, well, I'm sorry, I would never sign up for that. Chocolate's delicious. I'm going to eat that again. Or I'm never going to have wine again. Or if you're going into something thinking, I'm going to cut out something that I love forever, you're not going to be successful. You can't sustain something like that. You can't tell yourself, I'm never going to have something that I love again. When you do those things, you start to feel restricted. And then when you fail, because you most likely will, you crash and burn, and then you just give up. Instead, if you give yourself that room, you don't expect perfection from yourself, you live by the 80-20 rule, and you make it a decision. I'm not going to have chocolate every day, but I know that if I choose to, I can have it. I'm just choosing not to because it doesn't help me get closer to my goals. Changing your mindset is so powerful. Instead of thinking, I can't have that, you think, I'm choosing not to have that because it's not helping me. And then when you do decide to have that thing, chocolate's my big example because I love it. It's your choice. and it's not going to undo all of your hard work because you're not having it all the time, every day, frequently like you might have been before. So think about when you go into this big lifestyle change, and again, if you join my challenge group, I can lay it out for you. We spend a whole month working on these changes. They say when you make any kind of big lifestyle change, don't change everything all at once. It's way too hard to sustain that way. Instead, make small changes. So let's say you're hooked on pop and fast food. Well, don't try to get rid of everything and just eat broccoli for a whole month. That's going to lead you to failure. Instead, try to change just one thing. So I'm going to cut out pop. Or maybe if you can't cut out pop altogether, maybe say instead of starting my day with a Diet Coke, I'm going to skip that and replace it with something else. And then just slowly wean yourself off of that. Once you feel like you have control of your drinking of pop, then tackle something else like the fast food, or I'm going to exercise every day. If you're going from not exercising at all to saying I'm going to exercise every day, that might be difficult. Try to make a more reasonable goal, like I'm going to exercise 3 times a week. And when you get that under control, up it to 5 times a week, and then to where you're doing it every day. If you never want to exercise every day, then you don't have to. That's what lifestyle changes are all about. It's how you want to live your life. So make your plan, figure out your goal, what do you want, then make a plan, and then figure out how to crush that goal with your plan. And if you want more help with this, go to my website at melissafurness.com. I have information on my challenge groups there. I have a new one starting this Monday, January 2nd. We're going to be participating in the Health Bet through Beachbody, where you can earn money for working out and eating right. So if you are interested at all in that, make sure to send me a message. Also, Beachbody is betting on you. That's what the Health Bet is, but they are making it even easier for you to stick to a healthy lifestyle. They're coming out with this new challenge pack, which released today, where you get full access to every program they ever created for a full year through Beachbody On Demand, which is like Netflix for workouts. So if you're interested in that, also message me and we can get you set up on that. That way you can try multiple programs. We can figure out what you like and what doesn't work for you. So thank you guys for joining me, and we will see you next week.